Look, I think in all industries, the biggest challenge is the volatility of the exchange rate. So let's deal with that elephant in the room as a starting point. It affects real estate, it affects every industry in Zimbabwe. But when we look at the fundamental problem of the real estate, the exchange rate mechanism, in terms of monetary policy, yes, we have a problem that the rate is volatile. And we've seen the rate earlier this year go up to almost 8,000 or 9,000 to 1 on the parallel rate, and then has dropped down to below 7,000. And even the auction rate, we saw it rise very quickly and stabilize. So when we have this volatility, what it creates is an unexpected horizon, which is difficult to calculate your risk premium. Zimbabwe has a risk premium, not so much because of the politics in Zimbabwe, but because of the unknown exchange rate in the economy. And the exchange rate that used to affect, let's say, 90% of the economy, now only affects 10% of the economy. Because if we rely on the statistics given last week at ZCon, we can say that there was over 90% of loans and money supply now in Zimbabwe being in USD. And total transactions, I think the number was 87%. So we can safely say about 90% of the economy is in USD. That means 10% is Zimbabwe dollars. So for the 10% where we have volatility, where we have exchange rate questions, where we have price instability, and what I would even go on to say is price distortions, because you'll see one price in one supermarket of eggs being sold at $7 and another supermarket $5, but eggs should be $4. And the reason for that is because of the exchange rate mechanism. So this little problem of 10% is creating a big problem for all of us. So my view is, firstly, it's the exchange rate and the Zim dollars that needs to be solved.